everybody. Here with Pura Vida, and we are drift diving today. I think she's going to be like responsible for me underwater,
Yes.
so that's really good. Diving with this guy and with my baby. So yeah, came up to Jupiter today because Jupiter's kind of cool. A lot of sharks usually, and I've always loved the drift diving up here in Jupiter. And I've always loved diving with Pura Vida. Very safe operator. The owner, longtime friend, also fellow rebreather diver, so it's cool. That's what's going on. Hi everybody. Going out the inlet here. It's all built up. I remember when there was nothing on Singer Island. I mean, not one building. Now, it's a different world. Hey Dylan, what's happening? How you been? Man, Dylan, I remember when we did your navigation class. That's how far back we go. Drift diving, Dylan, is when the current just takes you along. You just jump in and it's like a Disney ride underwater. You just go with the current, man. It's awesome. I like actually using the current as a stabilizer. A lot of people don't know that, but I find current to be very stabilizing. So whenever I'm doing a task, I'm actually turned into the current and kick, and it's very stabilizing. Rather than doing some task while drifting, turn into the current, and it's kind of like having a wall, which is kind of cool. So current is your friend if you use it correctly. Hi everybody, nice to see you all. Yeah, Mark, I absolutely love South Florida. I'm from South Florida, but yes. We are doing our YouTube videos autumn in person. I'm just here now in Florida through November 23rd. But my studio here is now set up, so. And we'll be together Tuesday at DEMA. Hope to see everybody at DEMA. I'm only gonna be there Tuesday. If you recognize me, that's a little hint. I'm gonna be in. Something special. Thanks, 1-5. Thank you very much. Texas, what's going on? How you doing, Chris? Nice to see you.
No, but freshwater. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I could grab y'all's attention
Good.
for a few minutes, that would be amazing.
Listen up.
I'm just gonna do a quick
Get to hear the briefing.
Coast Guard safety briefing. I'll tell you some things that you probably already heard from me once or twice before, but just to jog your memory. So to start off at the very top of the vessel, we do have a life raft, and the odd chance that this boat were to sink today, that life raft will automatically deploy. Below that is another very important safety feature that goes by the name of Captain Dean. As you can tell, Dean is driving the vessel. He's going to be getting us to our dive sites, picking us up, and most importantly, getting us back home, alright? Be sure to thank him once we get back later today. Now, Dean is going to be listening to two radio stations today. Those are 16 and 78. Channel 16 is the Coast Guard. They're right over there in that red roof building. And Channel 78, which is the local dive chatter channel of the area. It's important to know these things because likely we are drift diving. It's important to know because you could get separated from this boat. You can get separated from your buddy. And if another boat approaches you, you want to know these radio stations so you know which ones to communicate over. So if another vessel approaches you, there's three things you can tell them. Number one, the name of the boat you're on, which is Marin. Number two, the captain's name, which you guys know now is Dean. And number three, the name of the operation, which is Pura Vida Divers. All right. Tell that to the boat that's trying to pick you up, and they'll radio us, and we'll come meet you and take you back home with us. There's also a life raft just up here. Excuse me, a life ring. If someone goes overboard when they're not meant to, we will throw that life ring in their direction and keep pointing in their direction until we get them back aboard this vessel. Of course, we want everyone coming back home with us today. We're not going to leave anyone out floating around in the ocean. Now, down here in the V berth, we do have a bunch of life jackets. If we hand you a life jacket today, what should you do with it? Put that life jacket on if we hand you one. We also have first aid kit, emergency oxygen, and a trauma kit. So if you are in any trouble, if you got any cuts, scratches, anything like that, please let one of us know. We're all first aid certified to help you out with those situations, so please don't hesitate to ask. Now, we also have a fire extinguisher down there, fire suppression system back here, and very importantly, at the very back of this vessel, if you take a look, we have those Christmas tree style ladders. I think most everyone on this boat today has used them before, but maybe there might be one person who hasn't, so I'll go over them real quick. Those ladders, they're going to fold down in the water. Once they're out of the way, there is 3 ways you can enter the water today on your dive. So once we do the dive briefing, we'll do a pre-dive safety check with everyone, then we'll stand you up, walk you towards the back of the boat. When you get back there, you have 3 options to enter the water. Option 1, straight through the center of those railings there. Option 2 and 3 is off 45-degree angle up either side of that swim platform. Obviously, if you step straight off, you'll land directly on top of a hard metal ladder. Please avoid doing that today. Any questions about how we exit the boat? No, pretty easy. Now, after you finish your amazing first and second dive of the day, you'll come up to the surface. Do me a favor, fully inflate your BCD, and you will not swim anywhere. You stay exactly put right where you're at. So first, you want to look around, make sure you can see this boat, make sure you can see a float ball. If you don't see either of those, you will inflate an SMB, which we all have one today, right? Everyone's got an SMB, SMBs all around. Yes, sir. Amazing. You can inflate that way you're nice and visible for us. We'll come pick you up. That being said, as this boat is maneuvering to you, obviously it is not anchored anywhere. There's no anchor lines, there's no tag lines, there's no lines in the water, nothing to grab onto. So just stay put. Just see me with this hand signal right here. It's saying stay where you are. I'll say swim towards the boat. I'm going to point you to 2 individuals, so I might even call you by name. If you have to be the 3rd person swimming to the boat, you should probably stop. There's only 2 ladders, so how many people can we take at once? Hard question. I know. 2? Yeah, you got it. Ooh, what is smart?
Something.
Yeah, we only take 2 people at once. Grab the top rungs, get your fins on the bottom rungs, and of course keep all that gear in place as you make your way up the ladder. Any questions about those ladders? No, not a zero. Easy. We have some amenities, which is more fun. Drinking water in the blue cooler. We got cups on the wall there on the left side. We also have snacks. We have baby shampoo up there for your masks. Down below my feet here, and on that side, the little door, we have fresh water rinse. If you need to get rinsed off, please rinse off your body with it, or masks. Don't rinse all your gear off. We have rinse bins at the dock for that. Right here, below Ian, we have Coke, Diet Coke, and I believe, what is it?
Canada Dry.
Canada Dry.
Wow.
Canada Dry today. All right, so it's not one of those 3 things. It's probably somebody else's, so please don't steal someone else's food. If you're feeling sick today, right here is the best place to be. Aim for a jet skier is what I like to say. All right, off the boat, better than on. That about covers it, guys. Any questions, comments, concerns? Sweet. Well, that's get wetsuits halfway on. It's a good time about now, and we'll make our way to our first dive site.
Woohoo! Good time about now.
Good time about now.
All right, so here you go.
Yeehaw.
We're on the Marin with Purvey. That's a nice dive briefing, right to the point, like that. Safe. Okay, back looking at your questions. Any questions? Saw some beautiful stuff. Yeah, South Florida in general has become the yacht capital of the world. Fort Lauderdale is actually the yacht capital of the world. More yachts per capita than anywhere in the world, but Jupiter's definitely catching up. Beautiful marinas and yachts everywhere. And fishing boats. Everybody's out today. Give you a little vision of this beautiful situation. Boats, 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 boats.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is the one that's
Well, I was looking at SW, and I was like, what does SW stand for?
It's Scuba Works.
Okay. So I was like, I know he used the bin, but his name is Chris.
Yeah,
so why?
As you dive with a pink mustache.
Yeah. And then I was like,
this underwater.
I was like, does anyone have these initials?
Yeah, I got them like when there was a neoprene shortage, so I got them off the rack.
Yeah.
I have dove in Grenada and many of those islands in that area. Love that area of diving. What do I like most about drift diving? I like the fact that when I'm with the current, I do nothing, and then I can use the current as a stabilizer if I have to do a task. Remember I told you that? Into the current, Now you have like a wall. Like imagine like I'm holding an underwater wall, and it's just really stabilizing to use the current. I love that.
Oh. It's probably
Oh,
good.
here's a bathroom briefing going
Pull it
on.
down. And then whenever you're coming out, press this down and push this up. Okay.
This dive will probably be like, not a long dive, 2 1-hour dives, something like that. Whatever the open circuit divers profiles are, they're probably on no deco limits, I think. They're not supposed to go into deco, but I'm not sure about
No
that.
deco diving today.
So it's no deco. So then we'll be no deco because we're diving with them. So whatever their bottom time is based on their air and depth and all that, I'm sure the whole dive won't be more than an hour. Something like that. That's what I think.
Just a reminder for you
Give you a view.
you'll be doing dive 3 and 4.
All these islands you're seeing, because these were islands, had nothing on them when I was a kid. Nothing. See all those homes out there? All that development? It was empty. Sure, Luke. Anytime. All the diving, typically all the diving here in South Florida, maybe not the Keys, but in Miami, some, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, Jupiter, all the way up is generally drift diving. Usually up here there's more current because there's some cuts in the water that create more current in the Jupiter area than elsewhere, which brings bigger marine life, which is cool. So that's all I grew up with was drift diving. Yep.
I hope not. This thing has seen better days.
Water temperature, the bottom temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the bottom temperature. Hey Steve, this is about to, your unit's about to go overboard. That was close. Very close.
Same place as like Aurelia. Yeah, Danny's just a continuation of the corridor essentially.
Right.
Is that where you're going?
I have dove the colder waters of Monterey, yes. In general, I like California. I've only dove there a couple of times.
No, that's right, man. They just got a sea wreck. Might be around.
I'm not recording the dive today, but there are people that are recording it that I'm with.
Right, Chris, you don't need to do any penetration here.
I'm wearing a 5 mil, even though it's 82 degrees, but I'm kind of wimpy. So the current, the cut,
Not sure.
cut, it'll mellow out.
Make that call.
Yeah, I think it might have picked up a little bit since this morning.
Oh, good.
But we're in the middle of the cut, so
Nicole's favorite.
hopefully it'll
Yeah, it was.
chill out a little.
Well, the inlet was smooth this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, the inlet is not smooth anymore. But, I mean, there was just a little wind that came in from that storm, so we'll see. Anyway, guys, I'm cutting out because I'm going to sit and get ready here and all that, so talk to you later. I'll let you watch the rocking and rolling as we head out. I like the energy of the water like this. To be honest with you, I do. I actually prefer it when it's got higher current. I like it better.
Yeah, and the last week wasn't that great. Obviously, that happened then.
Hey, Steve, when we get under, do a bubble check. everybody. See you later.